I was like, man, I'm here every day. I know. I could repair it in an hour, man. Nah, you got mechanic friends and family. Okay, so this is the PS5 that we are just working on. I did actually have some caps, so I've got it under the scope right here. We're gonna take a look. So this is how they come. There's a bunch of them in there. So this one is actually the HDMI port ceramic capacitor. This is a 0201 cap. So let's take a look. We're going to try to open this up and get a cap out. I've already got my micro tweezers getting hot over there. So they're ready to roll when I am. Okay, let's see. Cool. And yeah, that's a good way to do it. You pinch with the tweezers, you let go, and usually your tweezers have a little bit of flux on them, and they'll just kind of hold that cap. So I'm going to carefully keep my right hand steady while I move these out of my way. Lift up a bit and bring the board over here. Very carefully. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I need to be able to refocus here. I'm just going to lay that down a little. Okay. Let me focus the camera. It's pretty good. Going a little bit more. Right there. Back out. Yeah. Nice job. Alright. So the tweezers are getting hot. About 500 degrees. Yeah. So all I'm going to do is pick up the tweezers. I'm going to pinch the soldering wire at the tip, just enough to get a little bit of solder into the reservoir of the micro tweezers. Just enough to get a little on both ends. There we go. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is come in. We're just going to grab this. Oh yeah, I actually cleaned this with alcohol. So we actually need to back up a step. I'm going to move this little guy over for a second. I'm going to apply the smallest amount of flux. Flux helps us do our job. There we go. Okay, back to the micro tweezers. The tiniest amount of solder at the tips. There we go. Okay, so let me position this a little more sideways, make it a little easier for me. I'm going to try to grab, actually let me add a little, there we go. And let me grab this on the ends and set it down. Okay, that's it. Now, of course, it's a little dirty looking, so what we're going to do is apply a little heat. Hopefully now it will not blow away. So we're going to put our nozzle on. Put this back on for a minute. Yeah, this has been a little bit of a process here. We're going to go down to, let's do 325. Let's try that. And go down on wind speed. I like 30. Whenever I'm messing with something like this. That way I can just take my time. So I'm going to come in. Hold this down over here. And come in with the heat. Hopefully don't burn my finger. Okay, there we go. We're going to watch it. Once it starts to melt, it should, all that solder should pretty up and it should just sit down nice and flush. I'll find out. There we go. I hear the board start to heat up. Okay. Might be too cold in the room today for wind speed 30. Let's back out, take our wind speed up to 50. Again, you guys are artists. You find your own wind speed and temperatures that you like, and that's what you stick with. Okay. Here we go. Don't blow away, little guy. Stay where you're supposed to be. I'm watching around it. Let's see if any of this solder starts to melt. I really don't want to use anything hotter, but it's not melting. We'll come back out again. Take our temperature up. I'm just going to jump straight up to 365. I like that temperature. Okay, let's give that a try. There we go. Come on, 365 at wind speed 50. I know you want to melt. Come on, there we go, there we go. Come on, look pretty. There we go. There it is. Pretty nice. You know what? That's about as nice as it's going to look. We're going to leave it at that. Okay. So if you wanted to... Oh, I left my tweezers on. Let me tin them up a bit. There we go. If you wanted to, you come back in with your tweezers. You just wanted to get rid of that little end right there. Just touch it. Now, if it's doing that, if it's following your iron like that, you can add some flux to it. And if you get it swimming, like if you get it underneath that flux, then you touch that tip, it should not nipple as bad. There we go. That looks great. Okay, so our cap is on and we're ready to roll. So now we're going to clean up with alcohol, and then we can apply the new HDMI. Clean this up. Look at that. Looking good, people. Now that one right there has not enough solder on it. I'm going to have to add some solder there. Another thing I've had a lot of luck with is not adding the solder as much until after I get the port on. Once I set it on, I go back through and I add solder to each leg, and I'm just having, that's just the way I like to do it. Works better for me. Let's take a look though. Let's go and turn those micro tweezers off. Hook up our iron real quick. Oh, we still have to worry about this busted up HDMI or USB 3.0 port too. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. I have to order that. I don't know. I might be able to pull it off of something in here. I'm hoping I have something here I can pull it off of. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, just to make these a little prettier. That's another thing, you don't want to add too much solder here because they'll bridge. And I've had some trouble with them bridging in the past. So we're going to turn on our iron, get that heated back up. Okay. I don't know if I've been letting y'all watch this. There we go. So yeah, that's our little guy right there. He's back on, but we're looking at these legs here, or these traces. We want them to look nice. Alright, so our iron's hot. We're going to add a little bit of solder to it. And then we're going to come in here. We're going to add... Ooh, I'm touching that. Don't want to touch that. Okay, let's add some more flux to this to make it go a little better. This is what I'm talking about by adding too much solder. It causes a problem. Not too much of a problem though. Alright, so we're just going to swipe away. There we go. Swipe one more time here. There we go. That looks good. And these are all looking pretty good too. Maybe that one. Okay. Then turn that off. Oh yeah, so yeah, the bottom was bent. He's thinking about doing the case next time, or the housing. Yeah. So I told him like it might not sit very well, and that he needs to be careful with it. Heck yeah. Let's give him a call. Or text and message first, wait a couple minutes, and then if he doesn't respond, call. Sweet, man. I just have one more XS Max for you. Yep. Pay $400, man. Phew. Yeah. He almost bought the back too.
It would have been like $600 or $700. Right?
700, yeah. It's crazy. Okay, guys, this looks perfect. We're gonna go ahead and put the new one on. Okay, so there should be an XS Max somewhere that I bought. Yeah, and that we're gonna be swapping out unlocked app ID removed. So this is the one. So just all it has is just one bracket with one screw. All it has in it. But that's it, and just swap this piece.
Okay.
And that's going in the cheaper screen. Screen's on the end. It's in the white box on the right. Oh man, almost lost those little caps. I can't remember how busted it is. Go ahead. Like in its in a box, and then in the just put it on top of the height Y60. Okay, I think yeah, I've got a couple of HDMI ports here left. Let's hopefully just this first one will take. I've got everything prepped, so let's get it laid out. If you guys have ever watched me do this, I like to keep the HDMI port right here. Have my heat resistant tweezers ready to go. Grab that, pop it on once I see everything melt, and it's ready. I'll go for it. Alright, I'm going to put a weight on here. Hold it down. Okay. Usually take my hat off for this, but come on, we'll go ahead and do it. Y'all know I got a bald spot. Okay. Shines it. Next, I take it off in the videos. You just add a. Oh god. Oh man. I need to whiten my teeth. That way we can add shine there too. Okay. So I'm gonna turn this off for a second. It's still pretty hot. I'm gonna come over here and do it. There we go. There we go. Get that out of there. Okay. Put that back on. We got our irons over here off. We're gonna go up to, let's see, 480. Okay, wind speed 100. Alright, here we go. Move that out of the way a little. Yeah, if the heat wasn't so insane, I would be able to put the scope over this and let you guys see it. Maybe in the future I'll try to work on like a camera somehow I can hook up to where you guys can watch it maybe from the side angle. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, but for now, we're just going to take a little bit of flux. Gonna add it to all the solder here. Just the tiniest amount, because this is going to melt pretty quick, and then it's going to help adhere or help the solder travel into the legs of the new HDMI port. Can make everything connect. Here we go. I got some heat over here. The reason why I take my hat off is because I get so close to this. I like to watch very closely. Okay, I'm going to heat around the area and then start focusing in on the center. And just wait for everything to melt. Okay. So all the legs are melted, all the traces, the two right anchors and the left anchors are just now starting to melt. There we go, and then I'm going to lay it in there. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the heat. And just keep pressure on it. Wait for the solder to melt. There we go. And then we're going to take a look under the scope. And yeah, that heat kind of got my hand a little bit, but not horrible. There we go. Switch over to our scope cam. See what we got. Ooh, pretty. A little crooked to the right, but hey, man, it was a lot more crooked when it started, I'll tell you that much. This is the third PS5 HDMI port I've done recently, and they just keep getting a little crooked to the right, so I might change up my technique a little when placing it. So let's see how bad that is. Not bad, not bad. And none of them are bridging, so that's the main thing you want to be sure of. So we didn't add too much solder. So now all we do is come in with our micro tweezers, add some more solder down, and we'll be rocking. We're ready to go. Okay, and all our components are in the back. That's good. That's interesting. It's also sitting perfectly flush on the board. That's fantastic. Awesome. Alright guys, well, that is the HDMI port repair. You can see on the bottom, everything's looking good and it's flush. Let's see, actually, I'll let you take a look from the face cam. Ah, there's Derek. Take a look here at our HDMI. Look how flush that is. It's pretty nice. Now one of those legs, some of the solder just pushed through and melted downward. That's pretty cool. I'll just knock that leg off and we'll be fine. But yeah, it's nice and flush. But now the next thing, look at that other USB port. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. It's a mess. That one's going to be fun. Alright, well, thanks for watching everybody, and anybody who sees this video in the future, if you guys need a PlayStation or Xbox HDMI repair, we do it here at Tech Bros in Wilkesboro.